Hello, hello, Sarah of SEK Handmade here, and today I'm so excited to share with you a beautifully textured stitch, the Herringbone Single Crochet. Let's go! I absolutely love the texture of this gorgeous stitch. It makes a really nice, cozy, thick fabric with, like I said, just amazing texture. So let's go ahead and dive in how to work the Herringbone Single Crochet. All right, let's talk about what supplies you're going to need for this tutorial. You can pick any weight yarn. I have picked Wool Spun by Lion Brand. This is actually a discontinued yarn, but it's one of my favorites. It's a nice plush, bulky weight yarn. And then you'll just also need a matching hook. This can be whatever hook size you prefer to work with the weight of yarn that you're using. Remember, we're just practicing here, so this combination doesn't have to be perfect. All right, for our herringbone single crochet, it is a one stitch repeat, so you can work any number of chains. Start by making a quick little slip knot, putting that on your hook, and then just working your chains to a length that you think looks nice. Got a few there, so I'm ready to go. You can work into whatever side of the chain feels most comfortable for you. I prefer to work into the back bumps of my chain, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I will link a tutorial in the show notes below so that if you want to give that technique a try, you can go ahead and do that. The very first thing we're going to do is work a single crochet as normal. So we're going to skip our first chain and work one single crochet into our second chain. Insert into the chain, yarn over, pull up and loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now, to get this super cool texture, we're going to be working our single crochets a little differently. And to do that, I want to show you this left leg of your single crochet. You have the top of your stitch that you would normally work into, and then below it you have this little V. We're going to insert our hook from right to left through the left side of that V, so the left leg. We're going to just insert our hook. We are not going to pull up a loop in this left leg. Instead, we're going to insert our hook into the next chain. Now we're going to pull up a loop. We have 3 loops on our hook. We are going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of those loops. For our next stitch, we're going to find that left leg again. You can kind of see there are almost like 3 loops here with the right leg hidden underneath there. We're going back to the one furthest to the left, which is our left leg. We're going to insert from right to left, then insert into our chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. One more time, insert into that left leg from right to left, insert into our next chain, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. To emphasize the shape of this stitch, you want to make sure that you pull your loop up nice and high. Different people pull that first loop up to different heights. And to really accentuate this stitch, we want to make sure that that loop we pull up is up to the height of our other loops. So if you are someone who tends to keep that first loop pulled pretty low, go ahead and make sure that you're conscientious about pulling that loop up nice and high to really show off the texture of this stitch. Go ahead and pause the video, work down the rest of your chain, and we'll meet here for row 2. This is a 2-row repeat. All right, now that I've worked all the way across that row, you can really see that texture starting to pop. You should be seeing a lean of those loops down here at the bottom. That's what we're looking for. Now we're going to go ahead and start our second row. To do that, we're going to chain 1, turn our work around, and work a single crochet in that very first stitch, just a regular old single crochet. So because we want all of the texture to lean to the right side of our work, and the second row is the back side of our work, we're going to be tipping our stitches really far forward, because what we're going to do is work in the same manner, but kind of backwards. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking for similar hook placements here, but we're going to work from the back of our work to the front of our work. So we're going to tip our stitches forward, and we're looking to insert our hook into that left leg there. We're just going to go from right to left like we were doing before. Now we're going to find our next stitch, and we're going to insert from back to front, which is unusual. Then we're going to grab that loop, and I have found that twisting my hook around like that makes that super easy. Pull that loop up nice and high again, yarn over, and pull through all 3 of those loops on your hook. Now we're going to tip forward. We can see again that loop that's furthest to the left. We're going to insert from right to left. We're going to find our next stitch, insert our hook from back to front. This is something that takes a little practice and can feel uncomfortable. Grab our yarn, twist up and around, pull that loop up nice and high, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. Tip your work down, find that left loop, go right to left, find your next stitch, go back to front, grab a loop, pull it up nice and high, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Let's finish off our row and take a look at our work. All right, I finished up my second row, and as I said, this is the wrong side of my work. So let's chain 1 and turn back to the right side of my work. This is very exciting because this is the point where you can really start to see those V's that make up the herringbone pattern. To continue on, we're going to continue working those 2 rows. So we're on the front side of our work. We're going to single crochet in the first stitch. We're going to insert into the left leg without yarning over, inserting into the next stitch. Pull up a loop nice and tall, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops through that left leg. And notice I'm going through the front of my stitches now. When the front of the fabric faces you, the right side, you're going to be going through the front of your stitches. It may be helpful to go ahead and place a stitch marker on the front side or the right side of your work. That way, if you set your work down, you can know right away which side of the work you're on and if you're going to go through the front of your stitches or through the back. I'm to the end of my row here, so I'm going to chain 1, turn, work my first single crochet, and now that I'm on the back side of my fabric, I'm going to be flipping my work forward, finding that left leg, inserting my hook from right to left, finding my next stitch, inserting from back to front, grabbing my yarn, pulling that loop up nice and high, pulling through all 3 loops. One more time, finding the left leg, inserting through that, going back to front through my next stitch, pulling up a loop nice and high, pulling through all 3 loops. I have finished up my 4th row here. This is the wrong side of my fabric. We can flip it over and really see that gorgeous herringbone texture showing. What a stunning texture. I hope you love working this stitch as much as I do. If you do, I would love it if you would like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any future tutorials. There are links in the show notes below to related patterns and videos. I hope you'll check those out. Until I see you next time, happy crafting!